Okay, so Ozzy, you are going to try making some nice marbly paint with this shaving foam and some ink or food colouring. So what I want you to do first with this spoon, with the back of the spoon, is you're going to try smooth this over.
I can do that really.
I know. Sit down on your bum. You're going to smooth it over the tray and try and cover the tray. Not this ridge, but just the flat bit. So if you're going to do this at home, you just need something flat. You can even do this on a surface, but just make sure it's one that won't stain. So I'm not doing it on this surface because it's wood right here, and that would definitely ruin. You could always put down a bit of bin bag. You could cut open a bin bag and just use that plastic there. Why are your hands in there?
Because I got some...
Here, look. It's not going to hurt if you get any on. It's just shaving foam, but let's try and keep your hands out of it for now. You don't want loads of it all over your skin. Smells nice, doesn't it, Oz?
Mm-hmm. I got loads on the spoon.
So I'm going to just spread a bit as well so that I can be
Mummy,
sure.
I've got some.
Sorry, my love. Here we are.
Put it on your...
Doesn't matter.
It's still some...
It doesn't. You're going to have this on you. It's going to happen. You're going to get a bit on you, and then we're going to wash you afterwards. Really don't worry about it, okay? So you don't want to go down deep, Oz, because you're going to scoop it off the tray. You want to keep it light, just using the back of your spoon so we can spread this out.
It's getting
Okay. Ooh. It's so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to scoop that bit off of your spoon there, and you're going to let go. You're going to add some colours now.
No, we'll have to put it all around.
Doesn't matter, it only needs to be big enough for your piece of paper. So we have A4 size paper to print this on, so it just needs to be big enough for the A4 paper. So our tray is a bit bigger than that, so we have a little bit of extra space. I'm going to leave the spoons on the edge there in case we need to use it again. Now we have some little dishes over here, and I'm just going to put some watercolour ink in these. Now if you don't have watercolour inks at home, as many of you won't, you could just use food colouring like this, okay? So first of all, we're going to try and make a print that is like the planet Earth, because soon it is Earth Day, and we need one of those. Okay, so what colours would you use to make the planet Earth, Oz?
Blue and green.
Blue and green, right. So I'm going to get you this green ink, and we're going to add a little bit of water in there. And then blue as well, you said, right? So I have a dish over here for blue, and...
Why there's some purple in it?
Well, because I used that earlier for another project for some sort of very deep blue. But we're going to just use this mid-colour blue for the sea. So
is that the deep blue?
Yeah. We can use a bit of that in a minute for our second print. So what we're going to do now is just using a pipette, or you could put a little bit of this on the end of a teaspoon if you don't have pipettes, or you could use a paintbrush and just squeeze out small bits. You're just going to squeeze a few little drops of blue around here, but you're not going to let the pipette touch the foam, okay? So hold the fat bit only. Don't squeeze it all at once because it will all go like a big explosion. Spread it around, and I'm going to get you a cocktail stick. How's it coming along?
Good. Look how much I've got.
Oh, that's nice. You've really spread that out really well. Good boy. Okay, so have you got it all out there? Okay, so now what we're going to do, before we do any more blue, is we're going to do some green. So let's suck up a
Are we
little
gonna
of green.
put the paper on the phone?
Yeah. Now do the same thing with the green in the spaces. Now the reason that we're diluting these inks, or even the food colouring, with a little bit of water, is that you just don't need it pure. It's too dark. The colours are much too dark. So you want to dilute it with about equal parts water so that it's
And also
just
we
not
can
quite
get
as
some
bright.
over the blue, because then,
it'll mix.
and also because in the real Earth, like it has some countries over the sea.
That's right. So they're like islands. You're also going to mix this around a bit. So hurry up and squeeze that bit out, because we don't want to make this video too long. Good good boy. I'm going to just add a little bit of extra blue there. And then I'm going to give you a cocktail stick to start mixing. So let's pop this down on there. Wow, look at that. That looks beautiful. Let me just see if I can zoom in a bit on your lovely shaving foam so far. Wow, so nice. Okay, now, so I've got a cocktail stick for each of us. And you're going to get one of these, hold the end of it. Okay,
And then spread it around.
Yeah, we're just going to drag it through. And can you see how that starts to mix our blues and our greens? I'm just going to roll up your sleeve because this.
Look, I'm getting it.
Ooh.
How does it sting?
Stains. It stains a bit. The ink. It might ruin your clothes a bit.
I didn't get any ink on.
No, that's why I rolled up your sleeve. So we're really going to town with this. Okay, you just want to make some really nice patterns, and then when you've mixed it so that you still see some blue and some green, you don't want to completely mix it to one colour because then it wouldn't be as interesting. Then you stop. Okay, so can we still see some blue and some green? Right, now what we're going to do is just pop our cocktail sticks on the side here because we're going to need them again. That's it. And I'm going to get you a piece of paper. Okay, let's see if this works now. Ozzy? Ozzy?
What?
So drop this on there, like that. Don't press it hard because you'll squash all the... We just want to dab it gently with your fingertips only, just to make sure it's making contact with that shaving foam. But we're not pressing it down because we don't want to squish all those nice patterns that we made.
It's making contact.
Okay, now peel from one of these corners, grab a clean corner and lift up, and let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's nice, but I think it could make a bit more contact because can you see we've got a lot of white spaces there? So let's just lay it down again. And let's maybe just try and smooth it a bit more around. Perhaps we were a bit too
Mommy,
gentle.
you got...
It doesn't matter. We will wash you. I do like how you're trying to keep clean though. But don't worry.
No.
You might just smell a bit of shaving foam. It's not the worst smell in the world. Okay. Right, now try again, honey. Peel up from this corner and see if that's covered a bit more of that white. Ooh, bit more, but still some white in the middle. We're not doing too well with this, are we? We need to be a bit more brutal. So I was trying to be really gentle, but obviously you've got to smush it a bit more. Are you freaking out about that dirt on your hand?
I don't like it.
Don't worry, we're going to wash you. Okay. Right, so apparently you've got to be a bit more brutal than we were. Okay, now let's try. Lift up. You don't want to touch? Whoa. Now is that some planet Earth type colours?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that, huh? Now we're going to let that dry, so I'm just going to set it aside over here. And we can probably make another one. But what we're going to do with the next one... Yeah, I know, I'm going to show you those in the next bit. Now what we're going to do is we've also got some pink here and some red. So I'm going to fill up this pipette for you and you're going to spread some pink around. And we're going to try and make some more prints off of this. Okay? And let's fill up the red too.
Why pink?
So nice when it sits on top of one.
Why pink?
So we had lots of fun adding different colours. We added some red and some pink over here, and we swished them around with our cocktail sticks again. If you swish them just gently, you get some nice little lines going through, but if you're a bit more vigorous, you really mix up those colours. We tried a few different things, and we were able to take quite a few prints off. In the end, we stopped before we'd actually ran out of ink because we were running out of paper. But I think they look pretty cool. Now, as we noticed from the first trial run, we do have to press pretty hard to get a nice imprint. Gradually, we were actually running out of space to dry these. It would probably be a good idea to put down a bin bag first, so you have somewhere to let these dry, because obviously food colouring will stain, so we didn't want to ruin our wooden surface. But we're really pleased with them, and we're thinking of the kind of projects that we might be able to do with these beautiful artworks. I mean, they're good as they are, but we could also turn them into something lovely or do a nice sketch on top of them. These are just some close-up shots of all the different prints that we pulled off on that day. And when you look close up, you can see how beautifully they marble when you use the shaving foam. It's a really unique effect. So I hope you'll like them and give it a go at home yourself. See you next time.